Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Wait What? The only podcast where the only thing that goes off the rails is a train of thought. Joining me today is a very good friend, a very funny man, Brian Miklas.
Hell yeah. How's it going?
How are you, Brian?
Pretty good.
Thank you for coming out, man.
You sold it?
Yeah, anyway you
Yes,
feel
I like
comfortable.
this.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah. How you doing today?
pretty good, man. Just, take the bus here.
I know, man. Thank you for that long trek. I
Oh,
think
that's
said it
cool.
was
Is
an
that
hour.
like, this is a chill neighborhood. I
Yeah.
never really spent a lot of time in a little village.
It's now's a good time for it. Before it used to be bad.
Yeah. Feels
Yeah.
very chill. There are like kids playing outside and like,
Yeah.
yeah.
You like 5 minutes earlier, you would have seen the corn man.
I did see them.
Yeah?
Yeah. If I had any cash, I would have bought some.
Dude, I think that's
Do they take Venmo now? I feel like, is that like
I feel like that's their next step.
that's like the evolution of the elote, man. They take Venmo now.
The ice cream truck that drives around here takes Venmo.
Oh, yeah. But
Like,
you have to now because so many people just don't have cash.
Yeah, it's weird.
I used to get elotes all the time as a kid, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I used to be on.
Sorry, but that's a good way to start out.
Park. There always used to be one I used to get, and like, yeah.
Nice. All right, so that's a good start to get started. What makes Brian Brian? Like, what's the origin story here?
Oh man, just in life in general, or
Just in
comedy?
life, man. Just life.
Oh man, I don't know.
Like-
Born and raised Chicago,
Mm.
Northwest Side. So like,
Okay.
Dunning, Portage Park near there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, not too far from the O'Hare, kind of like just far Northwest Side. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just I don't know, man. My parents were both born in Poland, came here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they came here both when they were like 18 or 20 or something like that.
So you're first generation.
Yeah. I was born here. My sister is like 13 years older than me. She was also born here, but they were born in Poland. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
They
Cool, man.
met in Logan Square in like
Oh,
the
really?
70s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most people who like come from another country, they meet there and then decide to come to America. They
Mhm.
both came here alone and then met at like a movie theater in Logan Square in like
Man.
1978 or some fucking shit like that.
You're saying they're both Polish, right?
Yeah, they're both born and raised there, and they came here.
What are the odds?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. But there
Yeah,
used to be
yeah.
a big Logan Square used to be really Polish in like the 70s, 80s. There's like Polish churches still over there and shit. Like
Yeah.
it used to be like just
Yeah.
from like Belmont to Diversey on Milwaukee used to be all Polish bars and shit. My dad used to like tell me.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
This is interesting because I'm also first generation. Have you ever asked them why Chicago?
I think because they knew that there was a lot of Polish people. Like there was like because I think there's like some stat other than Warsaw. I think Chicago has the most Polish people in any one city, or at least they used to. Now they kind of moved out to like the suburbs and like Schaumburg and Arlington Heights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, it's like so they knew. So they had like family here for like cousins and stuff. So they all like
Makes sense.
Mhm.
Because I asked my parents and I was like, yeah, I was expecting like a huge like thing, and they were like, this is where we got dropped off.
Yeah, I mean,
They were just like,
for them it was like I think they were it was either New York or Chicago, and they picked Chicago because they said it was like cheaper and smaller or something. Yeah, but I know there's a lot of Russians in New York, but yeah.
Yeah. But that's what's up. How were you in school? Were you kind of always a class clown or just
Class clown, bad, not a good student.
No.
Just like one of those kids that I didn't want to do homework. I was always bored.
Mm.
I was one of those kids that's like the teachers were like, "Oh, you have so much potential, you just never use it." Type of, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't think I'm not dumb. I just didn't want to.
You just didn't want to do it.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I was just never school never fit for me.
Did you go to college or did you just have to
Yeah,
stop?
I dropped out of college.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How much you do?
Yeah, how far did I go?
Yeah, how far
Oh,
did
I was pretty close. I went to college actually for teaching. I was gonna be a gym teacher actually, which is hilarious. And I was like almost done with it. And one day I woke up, I was like, I'm not gonna do this shit for the rest of my life. Not really. And then yeah. And what I do is like I sell shit on like eBay and like Facebook Marketplace and stuff. And I mean that's how I've been doing that for a few years now.
Oh,
And it's
nice.
like I make my money like that. And I mean, got an apartment, got life's going.
Hey man, pays the bills.
Yeah, it pays the bills, man. As a comic, it's like I don't need, I need up to a certain point. I don't need to make, what I mean? Like, I'm a pretty low expense guy. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I could make it. I don't need. Yeah.
What kind of stuff do you sell?
Oh man, mostly books, like signed books and like first edition books and stuff, and like like bobbleheads and collectibles and like sometimes clothes. Not really anymore. I used to sell more clothes, but now it's harder to sell clothes now. But
Yeah,
it's like flipping. Like yeah.
I mean, I heard you. We talked before. Obviously, I would consider us friends. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
and then
for sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
And-
I see you at a mic. I would for sure gravitate towards you.
yeah, for sure. It's likewise. But then you're a big reader, right? Like you enjoy reading.
Yeah. I've always have.
What what kind of genre do you gravitate towards more? Or
Like I said, I don't know. I think I got into a thing where like I went back first and read all the books that I was supposed to read in high school, but I didn't. Like I said, because I was just like I was like I started smoking weed when I was like probably 12 or 13.
oh man,
So like high school for me was kind of just a blur. Like and that was the house where I was like the party house.
yeah,
So like everyone would always come after school to my house and smoke weed and drink and have parties and shit. So like I was never doing homework. I was never like, like you have that certain like you read like To Kill a Mockingbird in school. You remember that like Holes,
Animal Farm,
Animal Farm in 1984,
yeah.
The Great Gatsby,
Yeah.
all that shit. So I went back first and read all that. Just because like part of it was like nostalgic to me, where it's like, oh, I remember reading this, and then there was actually some things that I did like in like high school that I went back and also read, and I remember like, oh, I actually did used to like this, like Gabriel Garcia Marquez. You know who that is, the author? He wrote like Love in the Time of Cholera, 1,000 Years of Solitude. He's like a pretty famous. I think he's Mexican, or he might be
some sort of Spanish.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Mexican though, but yeah. But just
I should know him.
he might not be Mexican though. It's like one of those, maybe Guatemalan. I think I'm not sure, but he's very famous among like the Latin American like authors. I would say he's one of the most famous ones. I would say, but no, yeah, I just went back and read everything, and then just slowly from there, just like I don't know, I have a thing for the classics for some reason.
Yeah.
Like with movies, I don't really like to I can't watch like Citizen Kane or like old Hitchcock or whatever. Like it just I don't know. But with books, for some reason, they just feel like I don't like reading new books. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like I don't like a book that just came out. It feels like weird.
No, I feel it. Yeah.
Because there's some book out there of like some famous like legend guy that I still haven't read yet. So I would rather go back and read like.
That makes sense.
I don't know why I'm like that. I'm like that with music too, man. I have in my Spotify. There's nothing past like 2005.
Oh,
really?
I
mean? Everything, mostly 90s, 60s, 70s. I have nothing like Miley Cyrus or anything like that.
Even if it's like someone from the 90s released something now, you don't.
That's probably the only thing. That's the only thing. If it's like a band that's like been around. And that's not a good trait to probably have, but that's just how I am. I don't know.
I mean, music is weird.
And I hate rap. I can't.
Yeah, you don't like it at all?
I used to be a little bit into it. I can't listen to it now. I don't know, especially the new stuff or whatever. I just can't.
Yeah. Did you also? Because I had a moment with rap where like I mentioned
I had a moment too. Yeah.
We're growing up like I was like I'm all about rap. I'm this hard guy, and then I just looked at myself in the mirror. I'm like, you're in the 4th grade, talking about like I'm 33.
Okay, so I'm 30. So I remember when I was really into rap was like around the time Chief Keef got big in Chicago. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
I think summer 2012. Or did I say 2012?
Yeah,
2012. 2012. I don't know if you remember this. I was in like what do I have been? Sophomore or junior year of high school, I think. So like, dude, I remember for that summer 2012, like you couldn't go anywhere, and I lived in like a normal, like not like just a normal neighborhood. You couldn't go anywhere without like hearing Chief Keef.
No, for sure.
Yeah,
like, he was huge.
Yeah, and that's around the time I got really. I would say my favorite rapper ever is Kanye. I got like pretty into Kanye at one point.
Yeah,
like that's the only rap concert I've ever been to. Was I saw him on the Yeezus tour in 2013, which I really love that album still. Like a lot of people, to them that's like a whack album. You know what I mean? It's like for me, I really like that one.
No, it's a good album. It got some great hits on there.
It's just because when it came out, I was into it. You know, like sometimes there's like a bias to like. It's not I know it's not better than like whatever
Graduation.
Right. But I wasn't listening to it then.
Yeah.
But like, and I really like. You remember the Good Music album?
Yeah.
Where it was like the I Don't Like remix, Click. All those, like, I really like that.
My Click.
Yeah. And then honestly, The Life of Pablo I really like too a lot. That's the last one I listened to like completely and fully and really like I like all those songs. But then like whatever came after that, that's when I stopped. And then he started saying "Hail Hitler," which is like. But yeah, that's the thing too. It's like I was just talking to my friend about this. It's like I post stories for my open mic every like I use a different song for the story every week. Like just like bands I like, little riffs and stuff. I was gonna use a thing from the song "Blood on the Leaves" by Kanye, and I was about to post it. I was like, can you still like post Kanye?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, is it like, am I posting this? Am I like saying I'm anti-Semitic or some shit? It's like, it's because it's like art versus artist.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. And I didn't post it. I posted like Queens of the Stone Age or like one of those bands or something. Yeah.
It's one of those, I want to post this, but I don't want to have a conversation about it later. It's what someone's going to be like.
Yeah. We're just like, do you, same with like movies and stuff. Like, can you even say you like a Woody Allen movie now? You know, not that I do. I've never seen any of his movies. But,
Kevin Spacey, like.
Yeah. That's a big one. What's like that famous show he's in? I've never seen it. I don't watch it.
I've seen like fucking like a couple of that House of Cards.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I seen
That was
like
like the
4
biggest show
episodes.
for a while.
Yeah, I mean, it never got a proper ending, thanks because he's a fucking monster. But
Yeah, yeah. I saw he settled with them recently or something. What a
it
fucking
was
creepy
weird
guy.
too that like there was
They all
like
died. They started dying.
yeah,
I can't. Yeah.
and then he randomly like released a video around Christmas time where it's like I get even or something.
I
Like it
remember
was
some
just
weird. Like everyone's like, "What is?" Yeah, I
like it
remember
was
that.
very
What a
like vague.
He's
Like
that guy's. You could see it by his face. He's done some sketchy shit, dude.
no,
That's like the underworld of Hollywood. Like that guy's probably ordered somebody's death for sure. Like,
for sure,
yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
And it's insane. His tactic was when he was getting accused of everything, and then because he got what with the 16, 15-year-old boy
Something
or
like that. Or
something
like
like that.
even with like of age people who would go to the bar and like grab them.
Yeah,
Yeah, stuff like
and
that.
then he was just like, "Well, I'm gay," and it's like that doesn't make it okay.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you're
It's
you're
hilarious. There's so much of that lately, man. Where it's just like people getting
it's insane.
yeah.
But back to literature. I understand you more in the sense of like with like stuff coming out today. I think the newest book I've read is like Gone Girl.
Oh yeah, Gillian Flynn
Yeah,
or whatever. I've never actually read that. I've seen the movie.
yeah,
And like I know she has a lot of stuff. Like, have you read any of her other stuff? She's got,
yeah.
dark. What's it called? Like
Dark Places,
dark places,
and
sharp objects,
Sharp
or whatever.
Objects.
Yeah, never read her. But Gone Girl, the movie. That's the one with like Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
That's like I like that movie. It's
Yeah,
a dark movie.
it's a
Yeah, I
great
should probably
movie.
read that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
her style's good. I
Yeah,
like it,
okay.
especially as good as Gone Girl is. Dark Places, I would say, is the better one.
Oh really?
Like just the way she wrote that and just how it all kind of
What year
culminates
was that? Like
together.
2010, maybe around there.
Roughly.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I think I forget what the order her books came out, but I don't know if she released anything else.
hmm
Last I checked, she just had like those 3.
Yeah, I go to thrift stores and stuff to buy like signed books to try to sell
Yeah.
and stuff. I see her stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, her autographs actually would not worth as much as you would think. It's like pretty cheap actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a lot of them. That's what it is.
Yeah.
A lot of times it just boils down to like supply and demand.
And I figured most people would just want the Gone Girl one.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
That or Shop Objects. Because I know the other one got made into a movie too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But, I mean, hey, you got to be doing something right if all your work's being made into movies.
Oh, yeah. And I'm sure at this point it's like, yeah. What else do you read?
Um,
Is that your favorite author, Gillian Flynn?
No, I think my favorite author is John Ronson.
John Ronson.
Yeah, he kind of writes a lot of like I don't know, I would say like study books, not kind of like he wrote this book called The Psychopath Test, where he kind of goes down the rabbit hole of like psychology and how like how stuff gets classified as a disorder and all this other stuff. He also wrote So You've Been Publicly Shamed, and how like cancel culture kind of really started, and like how we used to hold people accountable more, and like we basically kind of boils down to like we stopped kind of holding people accountable back then because we were getting too crazy with it to a point where like we were killing people and all this other stuff. Like, you know how they do that classic thing where they'll have that person like in that thing like and they'll throw tomatoes at them or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they got to the point like it kind of started as a way to shame people, but then they started killing those people, and they were kind of like, yeah, we need to pull back.
Yeah, that's what they say. Like the public with like fear of public speaking.
Yeah,
comes from because like if in the old like in like caveman days if you were in having to answer in front of a bunch of people or whatever, that means you were probably getting killed or like something happened in the village that you were like like that you had to answer for, like, oh, you fucked up in some way, so like that's the only reason you had to public speak, so that's why people are so scared of it. It's like a primal thing. It's like fear of the dark. It's like kids are afraid of the dark without even, they don't know that before you teach them what a monster is, they don't like the dark. It's like because we used to get eaten in the dark. It sounds like a joke.
It really is true. No, it makes sense. It makes sense. Holy shit. It kind of just blew my mind with that because, But, yeah, he does a lot of that stuff. And that's why I read most of his work, so I think that. He does another one called The Man Who Blew Up Goats with Their Minds or something. I forget exactly.
That sounds familiar.
That got made to a movie, which I don't know how.
Is that the one with
George Clooney?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the one where like he shoots Brad Pitt in the that's
that's
Burn After Reading.
Yeah,
I'm thinking, okay, yeah. I've never been a huge George Clooney guy. I don't get the hype.
Me either. Other than I guess, right?
I think that's what he's most got going for him. He's like one of those like people where, like, I don't know if people really respect him like that much as an actor. I don't think he's won like an Oscar. He's more just like a guy. Like he was in General Hospital. He's good looking. I don't like guys like that, man.
No.
I like or like a John Stamos from Full House. It's like I was just having this discussion. It's like I would rather be like some actor who is like, because that guy's known for being really handsome and stuff.
Yeah.
I would rather be a guy like whatever, Philip Seymour Hoffman or anybody like that, where it's like he's not known as like a hunk or whatever. He's known as like a good actor.
His work,
like,
yeah.
That's what I like. Or like even like with comedy, man, is like guys like Doug Stanhope who are just like doing whatever the fuck they want and just like chaotic and whatever. Not like, I don't know, man. When I see comics out there like selling their bottles of whiskey and like like Bert Kreischer and shit, it's like when I think of it's like you have like Doug Stanhope right here, and then on the total other side is a guy like Bert Kreischer, where it's like selling, just all about like how much money can I make.
No, for sure.
Selling out. And then you don't see your kids just to make another $1 million. Where it's like Stanhope's just like, I'm gonna do exactly what the fuck I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
And it's like he does how much, because I'm like the same way. How much do you need? How much money do you really need?
Yeah.
And then to like and then you get to be authentic and like a real artist, because like art is like it's like, are you writing? It's like goes back to like the thing of like, are you writing jokes to make people laugh? Like, are you writing what you think is going to make people laugh? Because that's bad. You should write what you think is funny and then hope people think it's funny too. You know what I mean?
Wholeheartedly agree with you, man. Because it's
my dad asked me that. I was talking to him about comedy once. He's like, oh, like, so do you sit there and do you think what people would think is funny and then you write it? I was like, no, I think what I think is funny, and then you go try it, because sometimes that's what an open mic is. Sometimes I think something's really funny, and I go say it, and people like don't make a joke about child porn, dude.
You know what? This is a good way to come around this part. All right, so what was your start in comedy?
Yeah, I've said the story a few times. My Alan Salazar, the comic.
Yeah.
So I've been friends with him since we were like 15, and then we have a third friend. His name is Chris.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, my friend, like we're like kind of like trio best friends, like the three, whatever. So like my buddy Chris went to an open mic in Milwaukee one day. This is like in 2023, because I've started March 2023. So basically 3 years ago I started.
Oh shit!
So 3 years ago, like a little bit more than 3 years ago, my friend Chris went to an open mic in Milwaukee, and he just like started talking about it. And then just for some reason, me and Alan started looking up like, oh, are there open mics around us?
Yeah.
And then just because I think we've both were comedy fans.
Mm-hmm.
Like in terms of like, I used to always watch like, like Cat Williams growing up, or like Mind of Mencia and like Chappelle Show and like all the roasts of like all those people. But I never, and then I used to always listen to like Joe Rogan talk about it and like, talk about like, oh, killers and this and that, whatever, for years. But I just never thought that like it was something that I could do or wanted to do or like could even do. Like I didn't know what open mics were, or like what I mean. It felt so just like whatever. And then we looked one up, and first one we went to was Shuba's, on Belmont and Southport over there.
Oh
on the Thursday one. That was the first time we went there. And then this was February 2023, and then Alan went up and I didn't, and then I didn't go up for another month. But we started going there every week, and then just slowly from there started going to different spots, and then
how'd you do your first time?
Oh, terrible. Oh, I was so nervous. I was reading from note cards. I was just like horrible, just like afraid. Posture, just horrible. Yeah. But slowly, we started going to this place. You don't even know what it is. It's called Emerald Isle. It's like this in Norwood Park, like all the way by, like almost by Park Ridge. There used to be an open mic. We used to go there. Okay. Like I didn't start my first year, dude. I didn't go. I was going twice a week to mics my first year, so I don't even feel like I'm really 3 years in. I feel like more like I'm 1.5 or 2, where I've like really been going every night. But my first year, I was like going to like one mic on a Tuesday, one mic on a Thursday. So it doesn't feel like the way it does now. You know what I mean? But yeah.
And then also, you are the host of End of the Mic.
End of Night.
End of Night, sorry. End of Night Mic.
Flat Ring, Foster and Western, every Tuesday at 10:30 p.m.
10:30. Yeah. Shout out Chris, bartender. How'd you get that started? Or
oh man, the comic Bon Traeger?
No, I don't.
He's a comic who he used to run a mic. It's kind of complicated. He used to run a mic there where it was like it used to be called cyberbullying, where they used to do your set, and then during your set, people would write little notes about you, like roasts. Yeah. And they would put it in a bucket, and then when you were done with your set, you would read that bucket.
Oh, okay.
So he used to do it there. Then he moved it to O'Donnell's. O'Donnell's, where they used to do that Tuesday and the Gauntlet. Now they don't have any comedy there, but he moved it there. So I guess he used to do it at Cladow Ring. But so they just had an open spot, and one day he just asked me, he's like, would you like, he's like, I don't want to just like tell them there's nothing and like give the spot away when I could give it to another comic. So like one day, like this is over a year ago, I started that, like I started my version of that mic November 2024.
Nice.
So yeah, so it's been almost a year and a half, but so he just asked me, he's like, would you want to do it? And then I started it with Alan Salazar for like 2 months. He hosted it with me, but then he has to wake up early for FedEx.
Yeah.
So then I just did it by myself. But yeah, it's been a fun ride, man.
Yeah, it's a good mic.
Yesterday I think there was like 11 people. Ron Bloom bought everyone pizza. It was nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's like a good. I like it because it's no pressure. I like try all my jokes for the first time there. It's very like nice, like an environment of like supportive. It's like
Yeah.
not. I like it for like for that. I always every time I only will try a new joke there, just like get it out of my mouth for the first time.
Yeah.
Always right there. It's like the perfect no pressure kind of like yeah.
No, it's a great mic. It's as you said, very welcoming. I know that was my first, that was my second mic starting out.
Oh wow.
And if obviously still have the nerves, and then just going there, because it's one of those. I figured I would have been less nervous because I would go to Obi's mic, Studio 63
Summit, is that the one? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the 36 chambers. So I got comfortable there, but then when I went somewhere else, it's one of those that I'm like, I need to go somewhere else. I can't just be comfortable here because I feel like I'm not gonna grow.
That's how I felt too when I used to go to the Emerald Isle place. Shubas was really scary. And I would go to this other place, and then like I remember being afraid to go to like certain mics for some reason, just because I was like, just, people don't know. I remember going into a place for the first time and like not knowing people, that feeling of like, I remember being really like, It's so nerve wracking at the beginning, man. Where it's to like walk in and not know and like you see everyone talking with each other and like shaking up and doing this, and then it's like you're just the only one who's like the new guy.
Yeah,
that's why I remember like who was nice to me and who like. Not that I don't hold grudges, but like you can't help but remember like the people who were like really cool to you when they didn't have to be. You know what I mean? That's I remember that. I remember certain people who like I got off the stage once, and Zach Albers, the comic. Yeah, I remember like I was like 2 months in, and he's like, oh, like that was really funny, man, or he, like and I just thought like if at the time it felt a lot because like nobody was like it's really rough starting out. At least it was for me. I don't know. I'm sensitive, so it's like bombing at first is so. And when nobody knows you and you're bombing, it's like dude.
It's just kind of.
The funny thing is, I never thought about quitting though. I just like it would suck, but then I would always be like, I don't want to stop. You know what I mean? So and then once you get rolling a little bit, once like you get that little like get on some shows, get a little momentum, start. Then the friendships too. Then it's like then you end up going just to see like your boys.
Yeah.
And, like just
No, yeah, and
it's like my social circle, man. I was looking at my phone. Other than a couple people, everyone I talk to every day is essentially a comic. It's like my parents, couple best friends I've had for my whole life, and then the rest is just comics.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mentioned just even hanging out after the mic. It was always fun. It's a good spot.
Yeah.
I know I haven't made my way out there, but I'm I always.
You're all the way south. So
yeah,
I don't blame you, man.
Yeah, it's I recently had my schedule changed because I work downtown.
Where do you work at?
Cambria Hotel.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it's kind of like just right off the Chicago Theater. So I would get off at 11. So from there, I would head straight there.
Especially at 11, it's like you're there in a second.
Yeah, and then it was a great because I worked second shift, so the only mic I could have hit during that time was just 36 chambers. So when I found out there was a late start one, I'm like, this is perfect.
Yeah, we start at 10:30 now.
Yeah. Then I know even then I know I was still with that same schedule. It gives you that time. Like I don't think the mic's gonna be over in 30 minutes.
I think you ran until like 11:45 yesterday. I think. Yeah. So,
but yeah, and then I know I wanted you on as a guest because I would talk a lot about starting this with you guys at end of night. And it got to the point where I'm like, yeah, man, Brian's got to come on.
Oh, dude, I like doing podcasts. It's fun. It's like a nice change up to like the routine of just doing sets every time. It's like gives me a reason to go out and like just talk. It's nice. Yeah. I've done a bunch actually. Have you done someone else's podcast before?
Just Obi's the host comedy.
Oh yeah, okay. It's like that's like 3 or 4 people, right? On like a multicam kind of thing. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, there's some cool clips of there. Yeah. I've done like this might be like my 6 or 7 podcasts.
Nice.
Yeah, it's fun. I always like it.
No,
you got car crash videos going on in the back. What is this?
Oh, this changes. This is what's it called? Weather like anomalies.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's just shifted off. And it's funny because the original thing for this, I was like, man, we're gonna build Lego sets as I distract you. We're gonna call it building blocks.
Yeah.
Then I looked into the price of Legos. I'm like, we're scrapping that.
Oh yeah. It's funny you say that. I was actually gonna get a pool table for my apartment, and then I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll have a podcast. I can start a podcast where me and the guests play pool.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, I thought about it. I was like, why, like, it's so expensive. It takes up so much room. I'm like, what is the point? And I'm stopped drinking 6 weeks ago, so I'm so glad I didn't.
Yeah.
Because like I only played pool while wasted drunk. So I
No.
would have never used it, and it just would have been sitting there, and
Damn.
weighing like however many fucking 1,000 pounds. They're so heavy.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you gotta assemble those, right? Because
I mean, I was prepared to like do like an installation and all this stuff because like I kept wanting to buy one used off like marketplace because people do give them away really cheap, but I just didn't want it to like be crooked or anything. I would have been so pissed if I got it for cheap and it would have been crooked, and then like or like have the person deliver it and then I notice it's fucked up and then they're like, well, I already drove it here, so you got to take it. Yeah.
You get rid of it.
So I was just gonna buy one from Brunswick, but they were like $3 or $4 grand. It's like I was like and then I realized like I was like okay. Why? I could just like having a table at like my mic or Easy Bar or like shakers, like that's enough to play. Like I need is a game or two. So and now I stopped drinking, so there's literally no reason at all.
No, yeah, and then sometimes it's with something like that. It's just like I'm not gonna use it every day, and it's just gonna take that space. So it's like, why am I?
We have like it's a really big living room, but yeah, it just would have taken up so much. Just fuck it.
But back to comedy. So who do you like? Who like in the sense of like seeing stuff like big names, kind of like favorite comedians? You mentioned Doug Stanhope.
Who I like in terms of famous?
Yes.
Oh man, I think when I first started, who I was really into a lot, who I kind of emulated, was like Anthony Jeselnik.
Yeah.
Because I remember like when I first started, I had a lot of those just like one-liner, sort of like kind of like misdirection, kind of stuff. I've always liked Mark Normand a lot. He's cool. Stanhope, John Mulaney, I've always liked. Even though I don't like, I say these people, I don't feel like I'm not like John Mulaney. I don't like I could never try to be him. Like he's too like whatever, but like I appreciate his style. He's really smart. But I would say, honestly, like probably what Jeselnik I would say is my. It's tough. I don't know, but those, for sure. Like Stanhope, Jeselnik, Mark Normand. Used to listen. Actually, do you know who Greg Giraldo is? That's actually my number one favorite comic that I would say is like my actually favorite that I actually have listened to the most. Have probably like if someone that's my number one I would say. But
rest in peace, Greg Giraldo.
Oh, dude, he's my favorite. He has two specials, and I listen to them all the time. And I go back and listen to like all the you know the show Tough Crowd. Yeah. It was like Patrice O'Neal and Tim Norton, all them. I listen to that all the time. A lot of people don't even know what that is.
No, it's weird because growing up, I would just watch a lot of Comedy Central, and that's when I was here. Like they would run his specials, and then that's when I found out he passed. I was like, damn! And I think he kind of like did a whole like little special for him, like kind of.
There's a couple documentaries out there. Like it's called like like after he died. Yeah,
and
he's really funny, man. His roaster. I mean, there's like a 45-minute YouTube compilation of all his roasts. Yeah, he's the best roaster. People say Jeff Ross. I think like. It's hard to not say Jeff Ross because he's been alive for 15 years longer than Geraldo. Geraldo died in 2009. Yeah. So, like, it's hard to not say Jeff Ross. But, like, up until that point, I think Geraldo was way funnier. Personally, I think Geraldo's the best roaster of all time. That compilation is, like,
it's classic.
Beats everybody out of the water, I think.
Because I know some of his jokes he did for, like, the Flavor Flav roast. Mm-hmm. I'm like, he's fucking hilarious.
Or for the David Hasselhoff. Yeah. He kills for that one,
And then I think he's the one that says, and I hope I'm not getting this wrong, but when they did the Pamela Anderson roast, and he's like, we should just do Anna Nicole Smith next year. We could use the same jokes.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, that's classic. Like,
Or like, I forget what he said about Pamela Anderson. He's like, you've made me spill more seed than Michael J. Fox at a bird feeder. Yeah. Some shit like that. Yeah. There's so many for that one.
But, that's what's up. Do you like watch other forms of comedy, sketch, or kind of shows?
Oh, man, I used to be into SNL when I was, I would say, up until maybe 10 years ago. Yeah. Like teenage up until like 20, 22, I was into, I would say, SNL, but I haven't seen it in a long time.
Nice.
Yeah. But not really. I've never done improv. I'm always getting told to go take an improv class or like an improv mic or something. I've still never done it. I don't know. What do you watch? Have you ever been asked to do improv?
I thought they told me the same thing. Take a class, which I've thought about it.
They say it helps with like your, you know, like being able to improvise on stage, obviously your crowd work and stuff. I think somebody told me that to do improv for crowd work, it's like you get better by crowd work from doing crowd work. Yeah, I don't need an improv class. I mean, I know stand-up comics have like this sort of thing with improv where they kind of think it's like a little bit like, you know, there's like a little bit of a perception of like better than them or whatever. It's like, but I don't think that's true. It's just different, you know what I mean?
No, it's a different stuff. For what I want to do, I would just really either write or just do stand up. But I know and improv is like, well, I feel like that's kind of more if you kind of want to do more acting. So
Yeah,
I don't really, I don't, I
same.
would like to do it for the experience, but it's not like I gotta go anytime soon.
Same. Yeah, my buddy asked me the other day. He's like, "We should go take an acting class." I was like, "Dude, I got enough shit going on as
Yeah.
it is. Like, just trying to do comedy, trying to like live life, pay rent every month, have like a social life with family and relationships and all this stuff. It's like I'm not going to add an acting class on top of all this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For what? Or like it's just not.
To do what?
Stand up is hard enough. Yeah, yeah. I don't want to act. I don't want to act. It's like I want to do. It's like that's when I see like comics making movies and all these different things. It's like that's why I like a guy like Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Where it's like he did a show. He's done a couple movies, but like he just went back right on the road after the show ended and started doing comedy. He could have done anything else, but he just loves comedy, so he kept doing comedy.
No, yeah. And B movie was a hell of a movie.
Or even like a guy like Joe Rogan, man. The B movie. Even a guy like Joe Rogan, where it's like, I'm sure a studio has offered him like saying like, hey, like we'll put a $50 million budget movie if you want to make one, and he's just like, why? Why? Yeah. I don't want to do it. I could do a comedy special once every 2-3 years. Keep doing the podcast, keep whatever. It's like I think you should really do what you like to do instead of just like they have it's like or in the 90s they say like comics would just the main goal is just to get a sitcom.
Yeah.
Now it's like you don't need that. You can just
do it.
Yeah.
Be you and kind of have the. I think it'd be the goal to be yourself and have the ownership of that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like if that's actually you, because like people will talk about like Gabriel Iglesias or like Nate Bargatze, that they're kind of sellouts because they don't swear and they don't kind of cater more towards like the family or like children, or the younger sort of they're like people you could go see them with your kid, Nate Bargatze, right? But it's like if he's just being himself, then good for him.
Yeah.
But if you're like cutting out the words. And you want to, if you're just like making a character, then that's bullshit.
It kind of goes to what you were saying earlier. Like I feel like at that point, they're writing to what they think people's gonna be funny, as opposed to being funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I like Nate Bargatze. Some of it though is just like, some of it's just not for me. Where he's talking about like it's all these jokes about him fighting with his wife. Yeah. I hate stuff about like, me and my wife are fighting. She told me to do this. I didn't. It's just like I'm just always, man. It's such a trope. It's like the mother-in-law fighting with the wife. It's just like I can't. I just hate the culture that it's like that. It's supposed to be okay that like your wife or girlfriend could just be mad at you all the time. It's like you know what I mean? Yeah.
Maybe you work on yourself and not have her.
Tell me about it, man.
But yeah, I like sketch comedy too. I mean the main group I ever watched was the Whitest Kids You Know.
Yeah, that guy, right? He fucking died, right? What was it? Fell off a balcony or whatever. Trevor Moore.
Trevor Moore.
It's crazy, man. Yeah. I used to watch that show a little bit. SNL. Matt TV, I used to watch even when I was a kid. Yeah. I like that. I feel like Matt TV used to be like SNL, but just like even like dirtier and a little more like they could get away with more. So I really like that. Have you ever heard the Artie Lang, the comic?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was like something with him and Norm Macdonald are on some podcast. I guess they're like there's like I'm talking about the sketch. The good Will Hunting.
No, Will
Will Smith. Yeah.
Where
the problem on the board is 2 + 2.
He just and then
took us 40 years to solve it. Hilarious, bro. Yeah, Norm Macdonald. Honestly, Artie Lang too. I've listened to all his specials. Yeah. He's I think Artie Lang's the last comic I've heard who's white use the N-word on a special. I think 2010. He has a joke where he keeps saying "pass the ball," N-word, pass the ball. And it's like a joke about him playing basketball. Yeah. I think he's the last white guy I've heard use it in a special. Yeah. He's funny, and then Norm too. Norm Macdonald, the one he has. Have you seen his specials, Norm Macdonald?
I haven't.
Okay.
But no.
There's one.
Yeah.
There's that one that came out. Remember before he died?
Yeah.
He does on the webcam where he's sick. That one is so sad to watch because he looks sick. But there's the one where he talks about like his the dying from cancer. Like if like they say you die if you. Or what was it? Like you lost your battle to cancer. Like if you die, the cancer dies. I think that's at least a tie. Whatever special that is, I love that special. Yeah. He's like, my uncle died. They say he's in a better place. It's like, like he's on the floor and he's dead. Earlier he was on the bed and alive. How's he in a better place? I love. Norm is hilarious, especially in like his show and like out of context. Norm. Even the Weekend Update when he used to be like the guy for SNL, then they fired him or whatever.
Yeah.
Because he wouldn't stop talking about O.J. Simpson.
Yeah. I guess he was friends with like the network guy, so they're like, you gotta knock
Lauren,
that.
yeah, OJ and Lauren Michaels are friends. Yeah, they just made an SNL UK. Did you see that?
I seen that.
Yeah, yeah. Tina Fey hosted the first
yeah.
one. It was hilarious because she's not British at all.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was. I just seen the thing. I'm gonna check it out. Did you check it out? Just or the
No, I saw it, but yeah, I didn't watch the American version.
no.
I could probably barely name anybody else. I remember, like, dude, used to watch it.
No, I mean I keep up with it. I see who's on, but I don't
Yeah,
see
like I remember, like I could name whole casts. Now it's like I don't know who's still on there. The what's his name, Keenan.
Yeah, I know he's there.
Other than that, I don't know who's still on there. But I remember, like, I'm talking the days of, like, I was watching, it was like Amy Poehler and Tina Fey and, like, Seth Meyers and, like, all those people.
I know they got the main thing is that kind of goes viral from them are those guys. Please,
Weekend Update where they switch where they write each other's jokes.
And there's these other 3 cast members. I don't know. I feel like now there's like a sketch group within it. Because I remember Lonely Island was its own thing in SNL.
I remember that.
Now there's these 3 other guys that kind of have their own thing.
Oh, okay, I haven't seen it.
And yeah, like sometimes I see that their sketches really get like it's weird. Like it's its own thing living in SNL.
Yeah, I feel like that's the thing though too. It's like it's one of those things where it's just like any other television where it's like it's kind of antiquated. You know what I mean? Like who actually sits down at 10:30 on Saturday to watch it? And it's always like when the next day it's just on YouTube. And then like, if a skit blows up to the point where it's really funny, you're gonna see it or hear about it. So it doesn't make sense to sit there and watch it with commercials on a Saturday night, which you could be doing something else. I feel like that's most TV though.
Yeah.
Like the idea of like sitting down on a Thursday night at 7 p.m. to watch like whatever the Goldbergs or something. Like who does that? You know what I mean? It's not.
And it's weird because I feel like a lot of things are trying to go back to that. Because I know with streaming coming out, it was kind of like, well, here's all the episodes. If you want to knock them out, knock them out.
Mm-hmm.
But now I see some streaming services, well, especially the one
there's a beauty in that, where they release a new episode. It's on Netflix, but it's like every Thursday one.
Yeah,
I feel like there's something because it makes you want it more.
Yeah,
it's like when you just like blow through a season or something. It's like the reason like The Sopranos or The Wire or like Breaking Bad. It's like because you have to wait for it.
Yeah.
Now it's just like if you could like if Sopranos came out originally in streaming, like it was the anticipation, like seeing what happened, the cliffhangers. Now it's just like what I don't know. Now the only cliffhangers at the end of a season instead of at the end of an episode because it's like I mean there are, but it's like if you could just see it right away, then what's the point? Yeah.
You got 20 seconds.
You ever watch The Simpsons?
Oh yeah.
You know, like the Who Killed Mr. Burns?
Yeah.
They left that over a whole season.
Yeah.
And then the first episode set next season was like Maggie or whatever. But it's like that was like months that people didn't know. That's how it should be, I feel like. Because it's like I don't know. Do you have what's your favorite TV show?
Well, I mean, shit, I fucking love The Simpsons for sure.
Yeah.
TV show wise, you know what? If are we just talking just overall? Because I'm a huge fan of Malcolm in the Middle. I don't know if you ever watched.
Yeah. It's fucking
hilarious.
It's very like I would say very very like well written, underappreciated. Like
for sure.
There are some so well written. What scene? You know that scene where Dewey starts like seeing another mom. And they have like that little thing of like the little
he got caught.
Like, do you think I'm stupid? You think And she's like, oh, you won't be getting any cookies around here for a while. Like they're making it like a set that's beautifully written.
She's like, her cookies are store bought.
Oh, that's beneath you. Yeah, that's very well written show, dude. That's like one of those where I think I didn't understand how well written it was as a kid watching it. Because I was a kid watching. I used to think, oh, it's so weird, all these episodes. Remember that episode where like Dewey dances with the grandma and she dies?
Yeah.
Like whatever. I remember certain episodes more than others. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid, I used to think like Malcolm's girlfriend was cute. I remember watching it when it came out. Yeah. But I don't. But like watching it now, it's very, very like underrated. Like
it holds up well. Like
it holds up very well. Yeah, it's very smart. It's like the opposite of like Big Bang Theory or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like where they're trying to be smart. This is just like. It can be a little chaotic at times. Like it feels like a fever dream sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like I can't watch it as a comfort show because it just makes you like a little like uncomfortable. Like Seinfeld for me is my number one comfort show.
Nice.
Like when I just like come home at night and like smoke a little and like try to like unwind and eat some food or something. For me, I put on like Seinfeld in the background because it's just so dumb and like funny. And
it's just a good.
I used to even do Sopranos clips, but then even then it's like it's too serious. Like I just want some dumb
just some
dumb George Costanza compilation, dude.
Let it play.
That's what I've really been getting into lately, man. It's like people. I don't know how you are with the news, man. People always talk about like what's going on with Iran, and like I'll talk to my mom. She'll be like, "Oh, did you see like what happened?" I'm like, I've gotten to this point where it's like it all moves so fast, and it's like I can't keep up anymore.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? It doesn't. I don't know. Like
I feel like crazy shit's happening, and then we just don't talk about it. It's like it's
yeah.
as soon as it happened, we talk about it, but then nothing's really done or anything, and until it like gets worse.
It's funny. You got like
You know?
what is that? Aurora
Yeah,
Borealis or whatever. It's like aliens.
yeah, right.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Yeah, they say
They're
aliens
real.
exist, and
Yeah.
then nobody did anything.
No.
Or, like people talked about it for a day, and then it's like, yeah. And even with Iran, it's like, what am I supposed to do, man? It's like I like hope I don't get drafted. Hope nobody that I know goes.
Yeah.
They just made the age higher. I think today they said they're sending 3,000 people. But it's like I get all my news from my friend. Whatever he knows, whatever he tells me, I'm not reading it. I'm not. It's just too much, man. It's like hard to, like I said, focus on your life. You only get 24 hours. I'm not gonna spend it freaking out listening to like Candace Owens or like whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like I can't. I get it. Some people like you want to be informed and whatever. For me, I just can't, dude. Some nights I just want to put on some dumb shit and just like forget about the world for a second.
And then sometimes even whatever's being reported like comes from a biased standpoint too, where it's like
of course.
I don't even know if I can just take this for what it is. And it's at a point where like how you said, like there's so much. What am I gonna do about this?
Yeah.
Like I'll be informed to my best ability.
Yeah.
But I mean, other than that, I'm not gonna solve this.
Yeah. Or all the people freaking out about like the Epstein stuff. It's like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Like, protest, do whatever. It's like I don't want it to happen, but it's like, what am I supposed to like?
No.
What am I supposed to like become like a fucking FBI agent? You know what I mean?
And it's insane. And
it is insane. But it's like also it's like. Yeah, what are we supposed to say? Okay, I hope nobody I know gets trafficked.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna. I'm not. I hope you know what I mean. It's like, what are you supposed to even say, dude? Yeah, the rich and powerful do insane shit, and like, so I was telling my friend, he's like, "Oh, do you believe that they had this? Do you believe that they had this?" And I'm like, I told him it's like porn now. You know, like porn is so specific now. If you type in like blonde girl with tattoos, blah blah blah, like sits on a like it'll pop up because it's so many videos that like down to the T you could probably fix it. Same thing with that. He's like, oh, do you believe that they said they were doing this? They were getting them pregnant, that whatever. I was like, dude, there's nothing you could name, no matter how fucked up and like you could like make up like it's like a Mad Lib. That wouldn't be real. I'm sure they did every possible.
They had
thing.
an island.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Every possible thing you could think of, with, like eating them or drinking their blood or making babies or clones or fucking experimenting, like doing Nazi like crazy experiments on everything you could think of. They were doing. So it's like, don't even tell me like, oh, do you believe? I believe everything.
Yeah.
Like it's like there's no. Why would they? If I were like, you know what I mean? There's no limit on what they would do. Nothing surprises me. It's like same with the news. Nothing. It's like same. Well, it's honestly like same thing with Donald Trump. How they were like, remember people freaked out the other day because they like he did the ape thing with the Obamas.
Yeah.
Like which is obviously fucked up and racist.
Yeah, it's fucking insane.
But people were like, oh, aren't you surprised that they did that? Like, no, not at all. They're like, there's literally nothing that he could do that could surprise me. Unless he shot somebody in the head, maybe that would surprise me. Yeah. But he could say the N-word. He could do that. He could anything he could do. It's not going to surprise me. It's fucked up because he's the president. But in terms of like my reaction, it's like if this was 2000 and whatever the year he got elected, then it would surprise me. But it's like
he's done so much shit.
Exactly. It's like how do you even? Yeah,
I think the only thing that I feel like because I agree with you, I feel like the only thing that would surprise us now with anything from them, especially Epstein or whatever, to find out like well they didn't do this. Or they weren't doing this, and it's like, wow, that's where they kept it. You know what I mean?
Where's the line?
It turns out they had a line, and this is where they drew
Clinton's
it.
Clinton's like, I'll fuck this whatever year old, but I'm not gonna eat him. You know what I mean? And then it'll come out and be like, oh, like, Bill Clinton's a good dude. He didn't eat that girl that he fucked, dude.
Yeah. And did you see that? The clip of him, like where they're showing like evidence of,
and he's like starts like risen up the
risen her up, and then those
like smiling and looking all like he was like like he had memories. That's dude. That guy. That guy with the Monica Lewinsky, like he's fucked so many. There's all these. Yeah, dude. That's the thing though. It's like I think Kennedy used to fuck. Like I think basically every president has had adultery. They would just like it's because. I mean, there's like Lyndon B. Johnson. Have you ever heard that? You know, are you like familiar with like presidential history and stuff?
Not really. No.
Okay. They tell stories. Lyndon B. Johnson, the president, who he was after Kennedy, like after Kennedy got assassinated. Yeah. He had a nickname for his dick. He had a huge dick. It was called Jumbo. If you look up his, he goes by LBJ. Look up LBJ Jumbo. He used to walk around and like show his dick to people in the White House. He had like a huge dick. Damn. And like they said he would cheat on his wife all the time. Kennedy was known for cheating. That's why they killed Marilyn Monroe because him and Bobby Kennedy were fucking her. That's why they killed her. Clinton, obviously. There's rumors about Obama. Have you heard the rumors about Obama?
No, I haven't.
Some guy came out a few years ago and said he sucked him off in like a limousine while they were doing coke.
Yeah.
There's some stuff about Obama. I'm not, and it's not. I'm a pretty liberal person. I'd say there's some stuff about Obama that's like, it's like yeah, there's some, even in his book, there was a thing. Do you remember it came out where he said something about like he insinuated kind of being gay? It was like a big deal for a couple days. Okay, I don't. You'd have to read it, but yeah. There was a thing where he's like something about like I think about men all the time, like men, like it was a weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I remember.
They're fucking. What I'm trying to say is, if you're in politics, you're fucking.
No, I believe that. I know. Was it Joan Rivers? She had that kind of bit where she was saying that Obama was gay.
Oh yeah, and then they killed her.
Yeah.
Well, now she's also insane. Like those are the things too. When they say like they're always trying to say like some celebrity got killed.
Yeah.
I feel like with her, it's like dude, she had like 100 plastic surgeries. Like she was gonna die anyway. Or it's like when they said like the guy from Lincoln Park or Soundgarden hung himself. Like oh he was, or like Bourdain. He was like oh he's about to expose like a pedophile ring, or he was just depressed and a drug addict. He was depressed who. Like artists tend to kill themselves higher than regular rates because they're fucked up. They have all these things. It's like it's not surprising that guy hung. Like you know what I mean?
No, I get.
Yeah, people are like, oh, dude, he was about to expose something. Like as if no one can just be sad and hang themselves.
Yeah,
like,
no.
How many people kill themselves in a year in the United States? Like 50,000, something insane.
Hey, because they were all about to expose.
Exactly.
All these people were about to expose something.
Some guy who hates his 9 to 5.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
he knew the big
bitchy wife who just doesn't get pussy anymore. Yeah,
but it is kind of crazy though that like a lot of these stuff war conspiracy theories, and it's just
now it's like Pizzagate and everything. Right. Now all those people were like seem crazy, like Alex Jones and like Eddie Bravo. They were saying like, "See, I told you." I know, and people still aren't listening.
That's the crazy part. That's the insane part.
Some people are so like. What would the term be? Blue pilled, red pill, whatever. Like where they're they listen to everything like the mainstream, whatever. It's like even like my sister. She's like one of those like she's like. Cookie cutter, a couple kids, like American, like just like listens to the news, and like I think she still doesn't believe half the shit that they, you know what I mean? It's just like it's also the thing of like you don't want to believe that there's like they call it like the Big Brother thing, where it's like you don't want to believe your leaders would do such things, or they say like oh like they say things like oh well, that's China, that's Russia, like USA wouldn't do that. That's we're it's bullshit. We're probably we are the worst out of anybody. Like realistically, in terms of like the imperialism and everything, it's like I don't know, man. Yeah. You familiar with Che Guevara at all?
Yeah,
the guy from I used to watch a lot of. I got into like a little like. I think everyone gets like in their teenage little like socialist communist phase at some point. We're watching his videos, all the imperialismo saying all that shit. I was like, yeah, it makes sense. And then same thing. You find out he executed however many people and raped women and did all these things. Like nobody's perfect, man.
No, right.
Hitler had some good art. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
He had some bad views. You know what I mean?
I think. It's funny that you say because I feel like there's certain things that you just watch that make you like I'm anti this now, like Fight Club.
Oh yeah, dude! When I was a kid, I was so impressionable. I swear to God, I watched like American History X. I wanted to be like a Nazi for a week, dude. I watched like The Departed. I started telling people I was Irish about like a Red Sox hat. Try to think what else, just like stuff like that. Yeah, where it's just like everything is just I
remember with Fight Club, I was like, man, look at all this consumerism, man. We got a break from it.
Yeah,
like,
Rock Bottom's not a weekend, or what is it? Not a weekend retreat. Whatever. Fuck, I had another. Yeah, I started smoking weed, and I like. A year in, I had like long hair and like long greasy hair and like Bob Marley posters and like Sublime blacklight posters. I was just you could have done anything. That's why I was having this discussion with my friend. I was so young and like impressionable that thank God that like I didn't join a gang or do any of these things just because my parents. If I didn't, I could see like that shit they say if you don't have like parents around that like join gangs and your chance of doing drugs. Like I mean I was doing drugs, but like I feel like if I didn't have my parents there, dude, like somebody would just been like, hey, let's go rob somebody or kill somebody. Like the only reason I was saying no was because I was like, what if they call my mom and she has to pick me up and start crying? I had a friend who got his mom. They drove him home for weed. I remember they drove us both home together. His mom just started crying and stuff, and I was like, fuck, dude. But if she wasn't there, then like I don't give a shit. I would have just been like probably like, I remember I was in that phase of like I don't know how you grew up with terms of like whatever. But I remember I was in that phase where like I was smoking weed, drinking. High school, whatever, and then like some of my friends started doing pills, coke. Some of them started saying like, "Hey, let's go." Like, this guy's not gonna be home this week. Let's go. Like, maybe get his shit from his house. Yeah. And that's when I'm like, and I think a different part of me would have been like, "All right, fine, let's do it, whatever." Even at a young age, I was like, "Dude, I don't want to do pills. I don't want to do coke.
Yeah,
I don't want to fucking steal or I didn't even want to fight people like growing up. I never want. I like people were like, "Oh, let's go jump this guy, whatever." I was like, I don't want to go. Yeah. They call me a pussy. And stuff. I'm just like, well, because I just had too much. Like, I grew up in a kind of a fucked up house, but also like, I knew what was wrong and right. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I was scared to disappoint him. So if I didn't have that, God knows what the fuck I would have. Because I know a lot of people who went down the wrong path, dude. Like one of my best friends in like 6th, 7th grade has gotten arrested like 10 times, like battery and breaking and entering and fucking, drug possession, all these different things. And it's just like, that could have just been me. Still, yeah. So
no, it is scary because I know,
scary, man.
like as I mentioned, like this used to be a bad neighborhood, so there was like a lot of gangs just out, and I remember just walking to the grocery store with my mom and my sister.
Grew up here?
Yeah.
Like, same area, same house.
Yeah. Oh no.
But same area.
Same area.
Okay,
so
cool.
The house I grew up was kind of like a couple of blocks down from here, and then 2 over, but like you're saying, like I remember I had a friend in the 4th grade. And I try to make this into like a story I like telling people because you ever played Mega Man? Were you a video game guy?
I know Mega Man. I never really played it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know what it is. Is that kind of like Bomberman a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So they had just released a collection for it, and I remember they had, I don't know if you grew up gaming, but like they used to have like the little books in games.
Yeah,
like, where
strategy
they would just
guy.
tell you, So they would just tell you about the game or whatever, but they came in the cartridge.
I remember, the little thing that came,
And I remember I was so hyped for the game that I took it to school and I was just reading it. There was a field trip that I didn't go to. Mind you, 4th grade. So they moved me to another class where I had a friend that I met in 1st grade who was already gangbanging by the 4th grade. By the 4th grade.
Yeah.
And I remember people were terrified of him. Like, no one wants the next one. But I just know him as my friend from the 1st grade. Mm-hmm. So we started hanging out again a bit. But I would tell him, like, dude, just come over. We're going to play some Mega Man. That's what we're going to do. Mm-hmm. And he came over, we were playing, and he's like, hey, man, like, you ever smoke weed? It's like, I'm in the 4th grade, man. Like, no. And then he's like, dude, you should come over. Like, some of my friends come by. They bring weed. We smoke. Sometimes we drink or whatever. And I just remember being like, well, my mom lets me, I'll go. And then going to my mom and...
Hey, Mom, can I go smoke weed with my friend? And you're like...
Well, yeah. But I basically went to my mom and I'm like, he's asking me to go over. I don't want to go over. So...
We're just say no?
Yeah, just say no.
That's hilarious.
So and then as he would leave and he would tell my mom because he would switch to perception when he was leaving, like, that he wasn't doing any of that. Mm-hmm. And then he would be like, oh yeah, maybe Ruben should come over to my house one day. And he knew his mom. And my mom knew that his mom wasn't there. It's like, yeah, just have your mom. Like, we'll talk with her or whatever. It's like, oh, well, this other thing. So she's like, yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
But because I just knew, I'm like, I didn't...
Right there, got down the wrong path. Do you smoke weed at all now?
Every now and then.
Yeah.
More of a drinker than anything.
Okay, yeah.
But it was just one of those, like, I wasn't having any plans to just smoke, drinking, and game banging in the 4th grade.
No, I know, man. Yeah, I started early, dude. I remember even in 5th grade, I think, I smoked weed for the first time in summer after 6th grade, going into 7th. Mm. I smoked weed for the first time with 2 friends in a porta potty at this park by my house from like a tinfoil little fake little aluminum foil tinfoil little bowl. It tasted disgusting.
Yeah,
we're coughing a lot. Remember, I was so scared someone would catch us. Like people would walk by with their dog. I was like shaking because I was so nervous because it was like, what would it have been?
Back of the weed days when it was just
like
Kush,
just completely illegal. Yeah, it was like Regs, Dro. Yeah. Like if you got Kush, it was like a thing like, I got some Kush. Yeah. Everything was like. Remember when I remember Sour D came around. Sour Diesel came around for the first time. Everyone was like, oh, yeah. But yeah, even in like 5th grade, I think I remember like my friend his cousin lived in his house and he would have like parties. And then like the next day, like we would go to the room and there'd be like, like half, 3/4 empty beer bottles, cigarettes that were like sometimes new, sometimes like half of the same. We'd just like smoke cigarettes and like drink the bottles. And like sometimes it would be like, like a quarter of a bottle of some whiskey or whatever. We would drink it just like garbage, just like doing just garbage, bro. And it's like I think 12. And then my niece is going to turn 12 in August. And I'm like, dude, I can't imagine her ever doing any of these things. I grew up with no supervision. Yeah. Like I said, so like my whole childhood was just like my house was like the party house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From like 13, 12 to like 20 something whenever I moved out for the first time. So like I was just that was the play until my dad retired. And then everything kind of like whatever. But like that whole time it was just always just like no rules. Like I said, I think my parents left like right when I came home from high school. Yeah. And they came home at like 2 a.m. So it's like I had like literally after high school, it's like everyone was like, oh, like it became a thing of like where everyone's going to Brian's.
Yeah.
And then so I kind of grew up really early with that. That's why like not to say that I got the partying out of my system because I've definitely had like a crazy last couple of years of comedy, but like I would say like I kind of had to like kind of learn how to be independent quick maybe a little bit, or just like not have anyone to rely on or tell me what to do. That's why sometimes I think in relationships someone like tells me what to do, I get a little a little hesitant because like no one is ever there to tell me what to do. I kind of have to figure it out by myself. So but yeah, so now it's like like I said, I'm 6 weeks no drinking, but like comedy really made me drink again. I don't know.
No, it does. It does.
Yeah, because you just have bars and like. Yeah, my open mic gives me a $40 tab, and I've just been buying Coca-Cola.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yesterday I had 3 Cokes, dude. Yeah. I had Heineken Zero or like Shirley Temples.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
because just starting because it's hard to say no to a drink after you just had a good set or when you just find out.
Dude, for me it's like those couple before get you like nice and loose and like like that feeling after you drink like maybe 2-3 beers.
Yeah.
Where you're like, okay, now I can just like go do a set and like, or for me it was always like that cigarette after a set when you're like already 3-4 in, you go like you're like running on adrenaline.
Yeah.
You go and like do like even when no matter what, if you did good or bad, you're just like, because like and then it's like and then you start. It's like that classic example of I don't smoke cigarettes anymore either. I bought 1 pack in the last like 2 months, and then I've been bumming them a little bit, but like I haven't bought a pack in 2 months, and it's just like same thing. It's like you start thinking that you're stressed. But so you're not stressed. It's just like you're addicted to nicotine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's
the stress of not having something that you originally decided to put in your body in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't when I got off alcohol though. I didn't have any like no symptoms or anything like that. Just more. It's like I said, and I stopped drinking at home too. I think my worst point where I was drinking like 3 or 4 beers at home before the mic. That's when I really was like okay, because by the end of the night I would have like 10 or 12, and like my first set I'd be 5 or 6 in. So I'd just be like too like I wouldn't be getting
like
anything
a 6
out
pack
of it.
before the
I wouldn't be getting anything out of it. I'd just be too drunk and like if I went to 2 or 3, that's like that third one. There was no reason to be there.
Yeah,
it's just like I'm just fucking bumbling drunk on stage for no reason. I don't want to be there. But I stopped doing that, and then one day I just like it just. I think overall, I think it's the good move for now. You know what I mean? But
but power to you on it because I know. I look back before comedy and I realized that like if I didn't have something to do, I would just drink.
Yeah.
Then I realized that for like 6 days out of a week, I was drinking a 12-pack.
Oh yeah, dude.
And I would just come. I'll get out of work, buy a 12-pack, come here, hang out, just watch a movie or whatever.
Some of my favorite shit, dude. Yeah. Like I said, I just moved into a new place in November. The last couple months before that, like I would just be at my parents' place and just like I would just grab like a 12. Yeah, like I said, for me, like a regular night, if I didn't do comedy, I would just like buy like a 6 or a 12-pack and just drink it in bed and just chill. And then honestly, it was great.
Yeah, it was just
great. Yeah. But then it's like. And I got to the point where like I wasn't even getting hungover. I would drink a 12-pack. I would not be hungover the next day. Dude, I had 16 beers at Power Hour, and I don't like. I woke up the next morning. I was like, I was okay, and I told that to somebody. And they're like, oh, "You're an alcoholic."
Yeah.
Because 16 beers would have killed me. Like this girl told me that, and I was like, "Yeah, you're right. You're right. I didn't have a hangover. Literally didn't have a hangover."
Yeah.
So
because it hit me. I'm like, how am I having fucking 12-packs back to back like on days and still be able to get up? Didn't do the things I have to do. No hangover, no nothing.
Yeah, it is like, something about it. Really, is what I like. It's like the have you ever heard the author Charles Bukowski? He has a quote where it's like really true. I think where it's like the problem with alcohol is like if something good happens, you drink to celebrate. Something bad happens, you drink to like because something bad happened. And then if there's nothing happening, then you drink because you're bored to make something happen. So that's the problem. It's like dude, if I'm just at home and it's like 9 p.m. and there's nothing to do, and I used to go to like 7-Eleven or like the liquor store down the street and get like a 12-pack of like Coors Light or like like a 6-pack of Tall Boy Old Styles or like a PBRs. Then you just go and it's like a comfort, dude. Like once you're like 3, 6, 12 in, and then you're just on the phone, like looking at stuff. Like I just would behave like I just be texting 10 different girls and crying at Instagram videos of like a baby hearing for the first time or like or all these different things. Just you know what I mean. But it's entertaining, and then you go to sleep and it's nice, and it's just like it really kills boredom. I think drinking really kills any sort of boredom that you got. It makes everything. That's like Doug Stanhope. I don't know if you listen to his specials. He has a joke like that where he's like, fuck those people who are like, oh, like I don't need to drink to have a good time. Like that means you actually have to have a good time to have a good time. He's like, what I do is I do whatever stupid, dumb, boring, monotonous shit I was gonna do anyway, then I just pour booze on top of it.
Yeah.
And then it makes it fun.
Yeah.
And then and in his story, he's like, and then I could just be, 6 drinks in at an airport talking to some fucking random guy and I'm having a great time. You know what I mean? Because that's true. Like I've met so many people just drinking and done things I would have never done and like say, oh, okay, let's go here. And then fucking just, I love it. But also it's one of those things where I just can't manage it. I know that like I do shit that will, it's not like in the long run, it's like, one of the things that happened to me like over the summer, I was wasted drunk and I fell off of a divvy bike. And I remember, I don't know if you remember, I had like a black eye for a while.
Yeah.
And like, I felt hit my like right here, like just right there. So it's like, and I was thinking about this where it's like, if I would have just felt a little different, could have like broken an arm or a leg or like teeth.
Yeah.
Like I just lost like 3 teeth and like teeth implants like $5,000 or something crazy. Yeah, like I had a headache and a concussion, but I could have been way worse.
Yeah.
And then I still kept drinking for months after that.
Yeah.
But
I have those scary moments with drinking where it's like as shameful as admit sometimes I'll drink and I'll be like, I don't remember driving home.
Yeah,
and it hits me where like that's not worth it.
Towards the end, my last like couple months, I was blacking out more.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, this is weird because like the last thing I remember was like I did a mic once at my mic where it was like a weird one where like people came and then like there weren't enough people to start, and then somebody left, and then we ended up not doing it. And I just remember thinking like, oh dude, I don't remember anything. Like I don't remember what I said. I remember who was there. I don't remember why they left. I don't remember leaving myself. I know we didn't do the mic. There was all these things. I'm like, I can't. Like, what? Like, what do we? Why? Yeah, I can't. And that was actually the last time. The last night I actually drank was that night. I think was at my mic, 6 weeks ago.
Nice,
yeah.
Man.
So yeah, and I don't miss it. Like I said, those first couple sets sober were a little nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
But I feel like by now I'm back to just
in
the pocket, fucking chilling. Yeah.
And what's weird too, it's like with drinking, just anything that you kind of like since you like what we would do is like you introduce drinking into the comedy, so now when you remove it, it's not that you can't do it without it. It's just routine. Mm-hmm. You're changing the routine, so
exactly.
It's not that you want it. It's just one of those. Well, this is what I would do.
That's why they say it's like a crutch or whatever. Because same. I think for the first year and a half, I didn't drink in comedy, and then for the first year, and then for the last year and a half, I did drink up until 6 weeks ago. And then I'm like 3 years in, and it's funny because I feel like in my head I was like, once I started drinking, that's when I started kind of getting better, kind of like doing more shows and stuff, whatever. But then I thought about it. It's not that I was drinking. It's because I was going more often, and therefore I was drinking more. And therefore, I started getting more shows because I was getting better. People saw me. I built relationships with people, whatever. So in my head, I was like, oh, I don't want to quit because like drinking is directly correlated with me booking more shows or getting better in my head. But then I realized, I was like, no, that's like my addict brain telling me that. Where all it is I'm drinking more because I'm out more. Yeah. And then going out more, you get more shows. So it's like now it's like, So I don't. Yeah. I think for the time being, I want to like, they say like day by day and stuff. I want to like be able to, I mean, I've gone to like some meetings and stuff, and like it's I don't know. Hearing the people in there though, like I got a couple jokes about it, but like that's a good thing too about again. So it's like like those AA meetings, dude. Like you can write. I've written 10 minutes already about like some of the shit I've heard in there, like whatever. Yeah.
My dad has talked to me about AA meetings because he says like that's basically hanging out without the drinking. Because you got to get used to that time that you would take to drink with people, now you're going to A and like, instead of drinking, just not talk about because if you were anywhere else, chances are you would want to try and drink.
Yeah.
Where for some people where he's like, you can just go here and be like, hey, look, like I'm here doing not drinking.
Right. It's like they try to put like a religious spin on it, but if you just like take it for what it is, like you don't have to believe in God, or they say like, trust the higher power. It's just like all you have to, and I think it's the thing too about like accountability is like, there's like 5 or 6 meetings every day at the one I like have near. So like, I think for people, it's like, all right, like I'm not going to drink today. Like, let me just go to one. And then people see, it's like becomes like, like how church is like, it's about God and stuff, but it's also like the community that just like where you go on a Sunday, you see your friends and your families and like all these people there. So it's like part of the community where it's like you go there, people know each other, people are like shaking up, high five. And then also what I like about it too is they have coffee and snacks.
Yeah.
So it's like I like to go there and like usually I always drink like 2 or 3 cups of coffee. Like last time they had like donuts and stuff. So I had like 3 donuts, dude. Yeah. I've been eating. Like, that's what they say too. When you stop drinking, I've been eating crazy sugar.
Yeah.
I've been craving. That's like, I didn't notice that because then somebody had a joke about it on stage. It was funny. Somebody had a joke about at Gauntlet recently, and they're like, "Oh yeah, like since like like have you guys heard of the stereotype when you stop drinking, all you eat is sugar?" And in my head, I was like, I've had like 10 pieces of banana bread and like 20 lollipops.
Yeah.
Like you have you been to Gauntlet?
Yeah.
So it's at Burton Place now, but what they still do is like just like before they have like those little
the lollipops.
Yeah, like a pack of like 20 of them, and they're like at every single table, whatever.
Yeah.
So like what I would do, I wouldn't even suck on. I would just take them and like fucking bite them just to get the sugar. And I had like 20 something lollipops the other day, and like 10 pieces of Amy Simon's banana bread. Just because I'm not drinking.
Yeah,
so it's like for me, it's like and that's why cigarettes are the thing where it's like I don't want to give it up completely because it's like once in a while, it's not gonna. I don't think that's gonna kill me. You know what I mean? I need something. That's the thing too. It's like a lot of people who stop drinking or doing drugs, they like start like running marathons or like skydiving or climbing mountains. I think you need something that's gonna like get your thing going. So
I think it's all little by little. You know, for whatever your goal is, if you actually want to quit it completely, I think it's just you know how they say, they're right, day by day.
Yeah. It's like I can't guarantee. That's what everyone always says. Oh, dude, the fucking Brock Lesnar where he missed.
Oh yeah, the fucking almost broke his
what's
fucking
it called?
neck.
The
shooting star press.
Shooting star press. Yeah.
It's
man,
crazy.
I remember Young Lesnar. That's when I started watching. Was that Rhino?
Yeah.
Do you remember Rhino?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, dude, I love Rhino.
The gore?
See, I like underrated Raven. I like underrated, not underrated, but like, do you remember A-Train?
Yeah.
That's one that people forget.
Yeah.
Like, I remember, like, I was never a fan of, like, the huge, like, somebody asked me what my biggest, you would say you're into wrestling?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay. Yeah, like,
maybe too much, but yeah.
Yeah, who's like your favorite? I would never say, like, growing up, like, people always like, oh, Batista, like, Evolution, like, they would say all these big stars. Like, I was kind of always into, like, the B people.
Yeah.
Like, Tajiri was my favorite for a long time. Rhino, A-Train, even, like, the cruiserweight, like, Billy Kidman and people like that. Or, like
Billy Kidman had a badass theme song for his own, like...
Oh, I don't remember. But, yeah. Or, like
run if you want to.
I remember, I really liked the cruiserweight. Like, SmackDown, like, 2003-4 cruiserweight where it was, like, the Shane McMahon, the Kane, the ambulance match, or Survivor Series, whatever. Yeah, I was really into it when I was a kid, and then I would say right around the time, I stopped watching basically around the time CM Punk got big.
Oh, okay.
It's like 2005. I would say probably 6 or 7 because I don't remember.
Oh, okay, you do.
I don't remember CM Punk at all.
Oh,
I stopped watching it probably around like 6, 7, around there, 2006, 2007. But I was really into it. Like that's like this era of like. Yeah, like right here, Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas, the tag team. Remember
the
that?
world greatest tag team?
Yeah.
That was
Sky Too High and Rikishi.
Yeah, True Cool. Who else? And there's because like he kind of got into the bigger mainstream, but I was a huge Rob Van Dam fan.
Oh yeah. It's funny. I had because growing up I didn't have cable. I got cable when I was older. Like growing up, I used to watch. So I would only watch SmackDown.
Yeah.
I would never watch Raw. So like for me, it was like I remember John Cena. There was like one they did like a street fight match. It was like him and Eddie Guerrero. Yeah. And like they're suplexing each other onto the cars, and they have like chains and stuff. They're like all the superstars are like standing around, or like it's funny because like Benoit and Guerrero were essentially my two favorites.
Yeah.
And then, or do you remember that? Right, like there was one. It's like Big Show, Undertaker, and Lesnar. They did a thing, and the ring collapsed.
Yeah.
That was like one of the first ones I ever watched, actually.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
No, because then
Benoit was
fucking Benoit, dude.
Oh,
have you seen those compilations when they're like
this is the one that did it?
That did it?
Oh man, there's one where his eyes go like you remember like the where he looks like that one's scary.
Yeah.
It's like all the headbutts where he's like writhing in pain. Yeah. Poor guy.
Guy. The one that always gets me, because I remember I watched it live, was when he does a suicide dive, like to the ropes.
Yeah.
He lands on the announcing table and it cuts him. And I'm just like, oh shit, man.
Yeah.
But dude, it's
oh man,
it's,
oh my god.
It's
like watching. Yeah, it's like watching like Aaron Hernandez like getting hit.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like where you just know like what happened. Oh, this is crazy. Oh man. Oh, even right there, dude. The way his head hit the thing, that's like a guaranteed concussion. It's like these guys don't get enough credit, man.
They really don't.
I think, See, I like Shane McMahon because like like the whole thing of like he didn't have to do anything. He was just a billionaire's son who just wanted to go have fun. That's cool.
Yeah, he could have had matches where he didn't have to jump off the fucking.
No, that's what I'm saying. He could have not had matches at all.
Yeah,
he wanted to be. That's really. I feel like that's the thing. It's like when you're not athletic like the way he is, you kind of have to pull stunts for it to be like because he's not just gonna do like suplexes and shit. You know what I mean, or like a frog splash or something.
Yeah.
Dude, that mankind shit. We're off the hell of a cell. Oh man.
There's so many things sometimes, and then that's the thing that sometimes it gets me when that gets fake. Like, how do you fake a fall like that?
Yeah. See, that's the thing, dude. These like old I like a year ago I was going through. I had like a DVDs of wrestling, and I was going through like I had like fucking like Backlash 2002 and like Judgment Day 2003. And like I sold a couple of them for like $100 each. They were actually worth a lot because like they didn't come out and then like I remember up to a certain point they're like really expensive, like 2001, 2, 3 pay-per-views. And then like after like 2007, that's where they start being cheap. Because I guess they started making more or like whatever. But yeah, I sold Backlash or Judgment Day 2003 for like $100-something. Yeah. That was one I think remember when Hulk Hogan was in a tag team and he wore like a costume as like the Great American.
Yeah. Mr.
America. He was on there with somebody, and then I forget what the main event was, but it was like Edge versus fucking somebody. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy too because like they got him on like Netflix now, but they edit them. So I think that's why there might be a higher demand for.
They take off like Benoit stuff or whatever.
Benoit or even because there's some like video packages for the matches that I always like gravitate going back to, and sometimes they're hard to find online or just they're fucking impossible. And when they did the whole streaming thing, I'm like, cool. Like now there's a source I can go and watch it, but they'll change the songs or they do other stuff, and it's like,
copyrights Hogan.
Yeah,
my friend was telling me too that like because now everything's like streaming Paramount, which I guess is cool. Or what, it's like $10 a month you get everything.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, well that's cool.
And it's just
UFC just moved to that too. I don't know. Are you into MMA at all?
I watch some of it every now and then. A lot of things with sports like I'll follow the results. It's kind of hard for me to sit down and watch.
Yeah.
Just because it's one of those like if the person I'm rooting for isn't winning, then I'm like, I don't want to fucking watch this.
For me, it's comedy. I used to watch way more shit before comedy.
Yeah.
Like I think the last year before I started doing comedy, I would watch like basically every NFL. Like I would watch like the Sunday night, Thursday night, Monday night, just because I wouldn't really do much with like the nights. You know, I would like see maybe a girl or whatever, but I wouldn't didn't have a hobby like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Since comedy, my like sports watching has gone way down, especially the last like year or two. Like
I'll keep up with certain games just to be like.
This is what I was talking about, where they broke the ring.
Oh yeah.
Is that Triple H?
That's Triple H now.
No, I was never. Maybe it's because I didn't have Raw. I was never huge into like Triple H, Shawn Michaels, or what's like the evolutions like Batista, Randy Orton,
and Ric Flair.
Then I was never. Yeah.
It's funny because I didn't have cable either, but at 2 a.m. on channel 26, they would do like a Raw recap.
I remember that.
And they would I think they would cut it down to like half an hour or an hour.
Oh, see, that's cool. Oh, you remember Jamie Noble?
Yeah, fucking Jamie Noble. With his girlfriend, Nadia.
Yeah, it's funny, dude.
And
another one. Oh,
dude, that's the way he started shaking in that one. That always gets me.
Devon Dudley?
Yeah.
You heard that shit? He came out and said Jim Ross called him the N-word or something crazy? Do you think that's real?
I don't know, man.
There's been a lot of that though, right? How they say Vince McMahon never really pushed black wrestlers.
Mm-mm.
Or they never really made him champs and stuff. I remember hearing something about Vince McMahon being racist about the narrative of because there haven't been that many stars who were black. Even The Rock is light skinned Samoan kind of.
Yeah, because I think for a while, I would say the biggest star was Booker T.
For a little bit, when he won King of the Ring, maybe a little bit. Was the Princess? What's her name?
Queen Charmel.
Charmel, that's hilarious, dude. That's crazy. Yeah, have you seen JBL recently?
Dude, I think he was on that.
He was on some podcast. Yeah.
I seen him. I'm like, who ate JBL?
It's funny. It looks like he's wearing a suit or something. It's
crazy.
I think him. I really liked him when he was APA. I was never a huge fan of the Texas billionaire kind of thing. I mean, I remember he got huge like that. I remember him and Eddie Gray. I think Eddie won it from him, or he won it from Eddie.
He won it from Eddie.
Yeah, he won it from Eddie. Okay, yeah. Because then Eddie won it from
Brock.
Brock, that's right.
Yeah, and No Way Out.
I remember all that.
Because And I don't know if you remember this, but there was a segment where JBL went to the border and kicked out the Mexicans, and it's like,
I remember that.
you let them know this is being protected by John Bradshaw. Like,
yeah. I think right before Eddie died, right? They were doing like a thing with Rey Mysterio, like the father like custody match.
Yeah,
I remember that. And then same thing. You remember when and then when Benoit died, they were doing the storyline where it was like Vince McMahon died in a limo.
Yeah.
And then they had to come out and he had to just be there and not dead.
Yeah, he had to be like.
I remember all that. Matt Hardy's another guy where like I was never a huge Matt Hardy guy. Like a lot of I think my generation.
That's the one I was talking about.
Oh god,
yeah, she's fucking.
I think a lot of our generation really loves like Hardy Boys. I never got into like Hardy Boys. Jeff Hardy's like a lot of people's favorite wrestler. I noticed like around our age. I didn't know that until later. Until later in life, everyone's like, oh, Jeff Hardy. Like his Instagram lore is crazy.
Yeah. It is crazy because sometimes I wonder like, are they actually fans of him or do they just like how he would come out?
Oh, well, I mean,
what I
that's
mean?
part of it. That's like anything else. Like, dude, how many people, if not for their awesome theme song, like some people are like the theme song helps so much. Like the Randy Orton, like or like even like Hulk Hogan when he was in like we had Voodoo Child by Jimi Hendrix, like something like that. Like I remember Rey Mysterio when he changed it to like the Booyaka 619. Yeah, his old one was so much better. I forget what
it was.
Yeah.
I every now and then I'll watch like wrestling. Like a wrestling YouTube channel where they kind of do like quizzes and shit.
Yeah.
And I see if I can answer them before they do. And then they did a lyric one. And they had the song from like Ray's first theme. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, that's a fucking blast from the past. I have not heard that in a minute.
I remember that one. Or like the Ed Guerrero, like the Viva la Raza. Like we lie, we cheat, we steal.
When he added the cell phone thing to it. Like when he turned heel, that was I don't know why that perfected that song even more.
I don't know why I don't remember that.
Yeah, he turned heel.
Eddie turned heel?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because it was the whole him and what's it called?
Ray,
they were a tag team, and then he just got like
he betrayed him or whatever.
Yeah, because he couldn't beat him. He couldn't beat him.
Yeah, okay.
That was the whole story.
I remember that thing with Chavo too. How like, they used to. What a crazy time, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I saw one. I have like a program from like 2003 SmackDown. I'm trying to think who else was in it. You remember Ultimo Dragon? Like the
yeah.
He was only in it for a little bit. I'm trying. Oh yeah, like Hurricane Helms, Mysterio. I'm trying to think the other cruiserweights.
I mean Juventud.
Who?
Juventud. They're like kind of the Mexican ones.
Oh, I
don't
remember.
Over.
Do you remember the FBI? Full blooded.
Yeah.
Nunzio, Chuck, whatever.
And Vito.
I remember Vito, Chuck Palumbo.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Nunzio was like just this little tiny Italian. He looked like Freddie Mercury or some shit.
Yeah, I remember. I think one of his last stories that he had was that guy the third member of the FBI. He just started wearing a dress.
I remember that.
And Nunzio was like, "You gotta stop."
I think when I stopped watching, like within a year, was when the Boogeyman came out. Where they would have the promos and they're like, "Oh, somebody's coming," and like, "Oh, Boogeyman," and like they would have him like sitting there. Remember that? And then he would like come on and eat the worms and with like the cloth.
Yeah.
And then I remember looking it up and being surprised that he was black.
Yeah.
He like all painted it. I was like, oh, of course he's black. His name's like Marty Wright or some shit.
Something like that. I remember they had that one diva that had that this formality on her face.
Oh,
it was just like a growth.
And he like did something to her.
He bit it off.
Yeah, but it wasn't a real growth.
No.
Do you remember Brock Lesnar fought a guy once who had like one leg?
Yeah.
Threw him down this Zach
something. Yeah.
And then he like throws him down a wheelchair like downstairs.
Yeah, and find him on the ring post too.
Yeah, and then he hits him with he's holding him in like the ambulance, like the hold, like the stretcher, and he like hits him with the ambulance again.
Yeah.
Or there's like that one where I think Big Show has holding Rey Mysterio in the ambulance, and and then he falls right on his head.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah. I'm not a huge Dominic Mysterio guy, man. I see him. What's like that girl he's always with?
Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan, that's the girl he's with.
Who's like the goth one then? Not Liv.
Rhea.
Yeah, they used to be together.
Yeah.
So, yeah. My friend, I was like, I don't know, man. Oh man, that was a bad one. Oh yeah, I think was that Lita?
Yeah.
Remember the thing where like Lita and Edge fucked in a tent in the ring?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or there was one where Kane was gonna rape Lita, or the opposite, or something crazy where like they were like talking.
Well, he technically did.
I'm having all these memories.
Yeah. Story wise, he did because I remember it was that whole thing where like,
it was like
it got revealed that like Lita was having Kane's kid.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
there's something with a tent, and then somebody came and like saved her, and then like.
Well, she like for the Edge. Oh wait,
somebody came and saved her from Kane, and then she was all like wanted to thank him, but he didn't want to get. Dude, you know what I'm gonna do when I get home? I'm gonna take a big rip of weed and start watching like old wrestling highlights.
There you go, man. Yeah, because that's.
Oh man, this is like comfort food. Oh, that was bad. He just didn't even block him at all. Oh man.
All right, Brian. Anything you got to promote? This might be out in a week or two.
Not really, man. End the night open mic every Tuesday, 10:30 p.m. 10:30 sign up at Claddaugh Ring Pub, Foster and Western on the north side, Lincoln Square. That's basically it, man. I'm all over the city doing shows and stuff, so come check it out. Follow me on Instagram.
There you go.
The Brian Miklas. At the Brian Miklas on Instagram. Yep.
All right, man. Thank you, Brian, for coming out. As always, guys, thank you for listening.
Hell yeah.